When you look at the world map, you will see a country at the center of the world. It's Turkey. Turkey is a very unique country. It is located at a very strategic place in the world. It connects both Europe, Asia, and Africa. 80 million people are living in Turkey. Turkey has different kind of attraction for the foreigners. For example, the natural beauty is one of the biggest assets of Turkey because you can enjoy 4 seasons at the same time in Turkey. And it is also the center of many cultures. We have one of the richest cuisine in the world, and that's why people are coming for Turkey, enjoying our delicious food. Many people would like to come and make a business in Turkey. That's why Turkey has become one of the attractions for the investor as well. We have almost 200 universities, world-class universities. Now Turkey is attracting too many young generations to come and have higher education in Turkey. We have much more well-educated and well-trained population. That's a good asset for Turkey. When you describe Turkey, Turkey is the country of tolerance. You can see many cultures, and the members of many cultures and civilization can live together. When you go any place in Turkey, you can see mosque, a synagogue, and church at the same place. It shows the multicultural and tolerance of Turkey. Turkey and Qatar have excellent relation in the field of politics. And we have an excellent relation with Qatar. The high-level relations visits are very often. And based on this excellent relations, we have developed our relation in every possible field, especially in the field of trade and commerce. In 2014, our bilateral trade volume has increased 70%. Turkey and Qatar are countries which complete each other. What we have, Qatar doesn't have. What we don't have, Qatar have. That's why we are establishing a good team with Qatar, and it provides us a good potential of business opportunities. That's why our trade and commerce relations are getting better and better every day. And of course, the Turkish companies, we have almost 70 Turkish companies, big companies operating in Qatar, especially in the field of construction. Qatar has a vision of 2030, and within this vision, Qatar will be organizing the FIFA World Cup 2022. Turkey is ready to share every kind of experience with the Qatar to have excellent organization in FIFA 2022. And of course, I admire the 2030 vision of Qatar because it will bring Qatar the highest, the most developed country. And within this framework, they will invest almost $200 billion. And Turkish companies are very enthusiastic to contribute to Qatar's development in every possible field within the framework this 2030 national vision of Qatar. Last year, we organized Turkish-Qatar Cultural Year. Within this framework, we carried out 40 different events, 30 of them in Qatar, 10 of them in Turkey. It contributed, this cultural year contributed to development of our relation, people-to-people relation, from the perspective of public diplomacy. Last year, Turkey was the top destination for Qatari people. After this cultural year, there's a huge demand for learning Turkish language. That's why we opened a Turkish Cultural Center here. We will offer good opportunity our Qatari brother and sister, plus the expats living in Qatar, if they would like to learn Turkish language and Turkish culture, we will host them at our cultural center. We opened Turkology department in the Qatar University because it will contribute to Turkish-Qatar relation in terms of language, history, civilization in the academic level. Of course, I'm very happy to have 8,000 very qualified and very decent Turkish community here. But you know, I look them as real Turkish ambassadors. We are the professional diplomats, but they are real ambassador of Turkey to promote Turkey in Qatar. Alhamdulillah, they are doing very well, especially in the field of the culinary, as you mentioned, and they are very successful to promote Turkish cuisine. Especially the Baran Usta is one of the most successful Turkish people living in Qatar, and that's why they have big responsibility to promote our country. We would like to be together with them, because the communication between embassy and the Turkish people is very important.
My culinary experience in Turkey started in Mengen. Mengen has established culinary chef school. I have studied 7 years, and ever since I am addicted. Before I started working in Qatar, I was working in Azerbaijan, and before Azerbaijan I was in States. This is how I enriched my culinary experience. I came to Qatar in 2009. I was working in Turkey, one of the beautiful five-star hotel, and I received a phone call from Qatar that they are interested to work with someone who has experience in Çırağan Palace Kempinski Hotel. The main reason they were looking for some special candidates because they were impressed with the food quality of that specific hotel, and since I was working there, so I received offer through that channel. And my adventure started in Qatar. I was brought here in Qatar in 2009 to develop a Turkish restaurant concept with a unique Turkish food experience. I didn't have any experience in Middle East, especially in Qatar. Then I had to Google to see what is Qatar, what is in Qatar, what's going on in Qatar. And I had to call a few of my friends to understand what is the living condition. The first thing I heard about Qatar, the Qatar will become an educational center in Middle East. That's what it is. Qatar University and other universities are, the education level in Qatar is quite high. This is the first thing I heard before I came here. In 2014, November, we have established Qatar Culinary Professionals, which is the first chef network in Qatar. It is totally non-profitable organization. It is affiliated by World Chef Organization, which is WAX. WAX has 15 million members over the world, and Qatar is one of the country members in our community. Qatar Culinary Professionals is responsible to upgrade the food quality in Qatar, to organize culinary competitions, and to encourage young chefs in Qatar. At the same time, our constitution says to support the supplier, the chefs, to bring the culinary level on higher degree.
How are you? You okay? Very good to see you.
Very good to see you.
Good to train you?
Ready?
Ready with family today?
Yes.
Hello. How are you?
Yeah, I'm here to watch me.
Give me 5.
Yes!
Hi, how are you? Nice to meet you. Okay, let's get ready for action.
Sure, let me change.
Okay.
The life itself sometimes is very difficult. Working condition, living condition, and the sport, any part of sport is helping the human to resist the strong part of the life. So the sport is part of my life. Sport is part of my family's life. My son Ege, he is doing tennis, he is doing kickboxing, he is doing swimming continuously. He is taking professional courses about it. My daughter Nur, she is taking swimming classes 3 times per week. My wife Saime, she is a professional Zumba teacher, but right now she is pregnant and she postponed for a while, and she will continue after delivery. And sport is our life. After 2 months, I joined my company. My family came to Qatar. It was not difficult to convince them because I have explained the lifestyle and the working condition in Qatar. They thought just one day and they decided to come with me.
I heard about Qatar. It's good for family life, and it's
Safe country.
It's safe country, yeah, and good education for kids also. First of all, we are thinking about to visit here, actually same time, and but when he told us about the work, and we just say yes, it's okay. Where is he? We are there. Now we are preparing the real Turkish coffee, and it's my style. I am bringing the coffee from Izmir, and our coffee shop is very special. They are making fresh, and they are telling me the good keeping type. And when I open the pack every time, it's like they prepare new. It's smelling
Vacuumed. She is bringing the coffee from the special coffee shop from Izmir. Each quantities are vacuum packed. So once we come here, you can start using partially. That's how we keep the Turkish coffee fresh. It is very difficult to drink Turkish coffee outside for me because the way she prepares, slowly, and the foam on top of the coffee is very important for Turkish people, I suppose. So if I want to drink Turkish coffee, I prefer to drink at home. Ege is 8 years old. Nur, she is 5 years old. Both of them is going Qatar International School, located in West Bay. You are 4? Sorry, she is still 4. And we recently celebrated his birthday in our compound with his friends. The life in Qatar for us is very settled and very organized. I feel that we have time for everything. Saime, do you remember what happened in 2013? We were on safari trip. It was just us in family in the car, and suddenly it was high tide, and we were stuck in the mud by the seaside, and we were seeking for help. Suddenly, a Muhannedi family who lives in Al Khor, they saw us and they brought huge cranes and the huge SUV vehicle to take us out. It took more than 3 hours because we were right in the middle of the sea, and it was very difficult to pull us out, but they did it. They spent more than 3-4 hours, and we became very good friends. I cannot forget that day.
If we go back, I think they can miss here the social life, about the social life. And
We got the right answer.
Yes.
Toys and iPads.
Yeah, she's answering.
We have Turkish community that we get very well along with them. We are organizing several social activities, having meals together in special days, and the kids, they have their own communities, dancing community, sport community, and my wife Saime, she has a book reading community. These things are, they're very helpful to feel more comfortable while we are away from our home country.
Thank you very much for coming here today to break our fast together. I'm very happy to host you here. بالعافية تقبل الله to your resting.
Thank you.
Thank you.
For your invitation, and thank you for this see your family, and welcome in Qatar. Welcome in your country. This is Qatar is
Our second home.
Yes, exactly.
Thank you very much. Thank you. I have brought some samples from Turkish cuisine. Turkish food and Turkish cuisine, it's one of the luckiest cuisine in the world because of the varieties are so rich and natural. And the food is one of the main ingredients to introduce the culture to each other.
Exactly.
For example, there is a dish, you call it machbuz. Machbuz is my favorite. I love it. The spices, Sometimes they prepare with fish, sometimes with chicken. I love it. All the color, you know, spices. I love it so much. Very aromatic for me.
The first thank to Mr. Baram when he opened the Sakkar Basha, he's, and really he brings the Turkish taste here in Doha. Yeah.
Thank you.
Our culture is very similar. Let me tell you something. You know, as a diplomat, we are traveling a lot. Here is my sixth posting. Six country we served permanently. Actually, you know, I'm first time serving in a Muslim and Arabic country in Middle East. Normally, when you move in some country, it takes at least 5 or 6 months to get used, settle down that country. But when we came here in Qatar, for me and for my wife, it took 2 days. For our children, 30 minutes. Your brother, have you ever been to Turkey?
Yeah, I visit Turkey in every year in the Easter, in the April. I take my family with me because I like Turkish anytime, sure, but in this year, in this time, yes, it's nice weather and
Not crowded.
Yes, exactly. Now you are in Doha 3 years. Where do you go in Doha 3 years?
In Doha, you know
Where do you go in the Qatar, you and your family?
Actually, we are visiting many different places. You know, our most favorite place is the Mia Park. There's a lot of cafes, you know, overlooking the West Bay, the big buildings. I like that place very much. You know, they're very green.
How do you go to Al Udeid, the sea line?
Yes,
beach?
many times. Yes, make dune or something.
Yeah.
But you know, dune, if you are
No,
happy,
I don't like this.
if you do a couple of times, it's enough. But you know, we are going as a family and we are having some kind of picnic or something, and we are entering water.
I went to an invitation you and your family in my camp. I have a desert camp here in Doha, in the Salwa, but it's nice. It's some green area.
Right night now, during the winter time, huh?
Anytime we went in because electrical there, air conditioned there, yeah.
Oh,
yes,
in Sea Line?
Not Sea Line, here in the Salwa Road.
Salwa Road.
Not far. And I think you
had better
like
come
it.
together, you know.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for coming. It was a delicious and very, very wonderful iftar with you. Ramadan is beautiful if you are with your friend, if you are with your brothers. We enjoyed this Ramadan and this iftar very much. We hope to see you once again. Thank you very much for coming.
Thank you.